silent partner.
All right, so go ahead.
You want on the camera?
Hey.
Yep, both of y'all is on the camera.
Was iHeartRadio, Fox Sports 1280. Rick Tony here from What's Going On, The Experience. Sonny Blaze, Jay Gills. I'm the proxy of Mr. Nate Brown. We've been trying, y'all. He ain't coming yet, but we're still going to get him.
I think Nate Brown's a little scared. I think he's nervous, but really, there's nothing to fear here. I do functional fitness, and what I do here is basically do an overall assessment, a 30-point assessment, figure out what you can and can't do, and during that assessment, I figure out what you need most likely. My job is basically keep that exercise routines that's going to hurt you. I'm all about be you for you, do the best that you can, and it's a slow process. Where you are today didn't happen overnight. It took some time to get there, so please allow me to give you the time to get back to where you want to be. So my motto is don't stop, don't quit, always be you for you. You're keep fit. So come check me out at 465 West Commercial Street here in East Rochester, New York, and there's a lot going on here. So my man Eric, it's testimony for sure. But I say, well, less than a month ago, you couldn't do 10 push-ups, and it's not a mark, but you just did 40 or 50 push-ups. Excuse me, 50 push-ups today, like nobody's business, and hammer them out. It's progress.
Oh, you know what they say, George? The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
I'll tell you all, that first step I did with George, he walked me right to the line of death and then kicked me out. It was so bad that I went and told my grandma. She said she was coming up here to scold George.
Well, you know, hey, it's all good. It's all good. I didn't mind that, but like I said, if anything, my job is to max you out and bring you to your best potential. Bring the best out in you, always.
Yeah, folks, and I want to tell you, from the end of March, when I had my first session, and now, he's the witness. Like, he told me, he put a weight on my chest and told me give him 25. I basically almost threw the weight at him.
Listen, the funny part that particular day, he was like, look, I can't. I said, yeah, you can. I said, listen, we're going to do 1 or 2 until we get to 25. I'm not letting you off this bench to do 25. That's it. You're not getting off the bench. I'm not letting you go. It is what it is. I want 25 reps. I don't care if we wait the next 2 hours, but we're going to get it done. And guess what? We mastered it. We did it. And here we are today. New and improved Eric, and he's doing the damn thing. So come down and check me out. I'm telling you, it's one of the best programs you'll ever see, and my approach is completely different. We have a 4-core philosophy. To do this is a mind state. I mean, you have to really be mindful of what your body is doing and what it's not doing. Not only that, you need some life skill coaches to get in order. So listen, life gets in the way all the time. Things beat you up, things hamper you, things stop you. But it wouldn't be much better if you had a mindset to do it and then a few coaching skills along the way. Let me nutritionalize your body and then put the workout in. The workout's really the easiest part. The mindset's the hardest part, so get your mind fixated on being healthy and being you for you, always. If the mind goes, the body goes. If your body goes, your mind goes. They're one and the same, so connectivity. Connect both of those pieces, I'll tell you what. Once you find that pay dirt, it's the best thing for you. I'm a living proof of that myself. Every day is a blessed day for me. I've got sickle cell anemia, and I've had it my entire life, and I'll tell you what, the bell curve's right here. For most sickle cell patients, I'm on the outside of things because I know what it takes to get to the top. And it's nothing but hard work and dedication every single day. So come to Fitness World. We got what it takes. We got what you need.
So that being said, and me using me as a testimony,
Yes.
what would you say for a person that might be in even worse shape than I was when I started? What would be your advice to kind of tell them if they're afraid to come? Like, what would be the encouragement?
The encouragement I would say, listen, what are you more afraid of, the work or getting sicker? Do you want to be sick or do you want to be healthy? Being sick is an option in most cases. And it's indicative by saying, listen, when you don't do anything with your body, you kind of sit stagnant, you don't do anything exercise-wise, your body will fall apart and it will break down. So I always tell people, buy some sickness. It's going to cost you a lot more money than it costs you to stay healthy. Come here to Q Fitness World. This is a functional fitness facility. We'll take our time with you. We'll figure out what you can do, what you can't do. We'll build on the things that you can do. We've got a team of all certified personal trainers here, different personalities, different functionalities, and different accolades. I can help you, but you gotta let me help you. Help me, help you. So yeah, it can be done. You gotta take the first step. I'll meet you halfway.
All right, so you mentioned the other trainers that you have.
Yes.
So let's kind of get into that. Like, being that each one of them has their own style and expertise of how they kind of work with you.
Yes.
What was it that kind of let them in to use this facility to do what they do?
Well, it's been my experience in weightlifting, training, playing sports. You never get all your talents and outputs from one set coach, from one set person. It's a team of coaches and a team of experiences that allow you to be the best person you can be. So taking that same philosophy, that mindset, by adding different trainers with different backgrounds and different talents, and create a myriad of different trainers that you can choose from that can help you in your endeavors and help you get stronger and a better you. So that's kind of my philosophy. I have one style of training, but my 4 other trainers have different styles, and you can pick between myself and the 4 other trainers.
I'll tell y'all, out of the 5 I say I worked with, it was the one, she was very kind, and you know, I loved working with her. And then I got surprised with George today. It was like, welcome back to reality. But I'm gonna be honest, everyone at Q Fitness has your best interest at hand. Being that I think I've worked with each trainer at different times, I do want to say the way they go about things, but at the end of the day, each one of them has the same goal with you. And the fact that it's so catered to you and what you need individually, and being that I've been at other gyms and they basically say, hey, this is your goal. You're here, I'm gonna take you and throw you here. Like, they weren't gonna take you by the hand, you know, meet you where you're at and kind of build you up to get to that finish line. They basically said, okay, here's a bag of bricks, put it on your back and
go.
Yeah, and
I mean, I've seen that a lot.
I truly have to salute you for your approach.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And the fact that even the other trainers you have here, it's like, yeah, you have the ones that are in your face and telling you, you know, get off your ass, you want this or not. But at the end of the day, it's all compassionate. And
oh, it's all love. It's all
Yeah.
love here. It's all right. All love. I'm going to tell you what. I don't bring any trainer here without compassion. If you don't have compassion for training and people that you work with, then it's not fit for us. I mean, Martin, there's different types of styles of training out there. You got heavy lifters, you got Olympic lifters, you got all types that's out there. My philosophy and style is, listen, I care about people first. If I care about people first, it's you first fitness, always. You're the most important piece. So when my trainers come in, it's a situation where we do an assessment, like I said before, and we make sure that everything that you're doing here is safe. Your safety is our biggest concern. Safe and sound, no pulled muscles, no injuries. If you're injured, we can't continue. No one wants an injury, so we don't want that.
then you work with a broken drum.
Well, no, that doesn't work. No drum beats with a broke stick to it. So no. In essence, and I'll cut this real short by saying, listen, my partner who I met 4 years ago, and the most interesting thing was that she had knee replacement. And she goes, I have a bad shoulder and a bad knee. What can you do? I have a wedding to go to. My daughter's getting married, and can you keep me in this dress? I took one look at her, smiled, said, okay, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. And what do you know? 4 years later, here we are. In the
Absolutely.
trenches, battling and expanding it and doing a wonderful job at it. So it's been a wonderful treat to get this far. But I'm not done. There's a lot more in hand that's coming to a Q Fitness world. You'll know some books that are here, one written by Eric and one written by Antonia Barnes, also defenses. And the other facets of this company are mental health, life coaching, nutrition, and fitness. It's a 4-pronged approach that we have here. So I believe in helping the body wholesomely, mind, body, soul, and then the physicality. It's really a simple process, but many people don't associate that. And here's the only studio I've seen that we combine all 4 factors for a unique experience, and that's why it's a functional fitness gym, and it's private, by the way. So when you come down to check me out, by appointment based only, it's not open to the public. Everything's all based upon appointments and availability. So we want to make sure we're getting undivided attention from us, and we're actually giving you everything that you're going to need from a fitness studio. You're not a cookie mold here. You're actually an individual here. You're your own person.
All right, so with that being said, tell people how to find you, George.
Come down and check us out, 465 West Commercial Street here in East Rochester, New York. Our phone number is 585-662-5589, or you can reach out to Denise at 585-752-8812 for an appointment. Come check us out. We've got lots to show you.
All right, and folks, I'm telling you, as first a victim, now a testimony. George is the truth. And I got like another week with you. He's been busting my ass from the jump, but it got a lot easier today. Like he said, I did 50 push-ups.
Like
I couldn't do 2.
Listen,
2 back to back when I started. So
He's crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. So yeah, Eric's testimonial proof. Check out my Yelp page. You'll see a lot of the photos on our Yelp pages there, and you'll see some of the transitional pages that's out there. One couple is married. They actually started with me about a year and a half ago, and they said we're getting married. We want to make sure we're good for our pictures, and my dog he did. It looked fabulous in their wedding pictures. And then another client of mine, Vicky, she's amazing. And I tell you what, I have a side-by-side profile shot of her from 10 months ago to today. 6 pounds is the only difference. 6 pounds of muscle that she's added. And when you go on my Yelp page, take a look at the pictures. The pictures are very indicative of what's happening. It's the only place you can come to the studio and feel like your family, because when you join Peak Fitness World, you are family to us. And that's how we run the business. It's all family, it's all love here. So check it out.
all right, folks, Q Fitness World, 465 West Commercial Street,
Yep,
East
bud.
Rochester, New York.
You got it.
And that's all social medias?
Yeah, social
Oh,
media, yeah.
all right. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
Instagram.
Twitter. You got it on Twitch, Sony?
No, well, what do you mean?
You got us here on Twitch, right?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Fox Sports 1280, iHeartRadio Rochester, themainradio.com. Rick Tony here with El Gallo, a local boxer out of Rochester, New York. Dude, me and your dad go back. I think my first ever official job was with him. This was, you had to be, yeah, if that was you. So, yeah, you were literally tiny. But nah, I see big things coming from you now. You repping the city. So, what's up, man? El Gallo, what's going on?
Nothing much. I'm going to the Olympics soon.
Okay.
Just training hard, so.
All right. And going to Junior Olympics. So, like, in the spiel of, I know you being a fighter now, you looked at what's come out of Rochester and the history of it. Like, who do you kind of lean towards when you do that? Like, who's your...
I mean, everybody out of Rochester, they look like Charles Murray.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pro. and
Probably
so
the biggest. Yeah, that's done it.
He's like a good inspiration around here.
Okay. And locally, like, because I know too, about a year or two ago, I actually worked with an MMA fighter out of Rochester, and he was just saying like John Jones, and we've had some others, but like as far as where you think you kind of lean your technique towards, who would you say you model yourself after?
I can't really pick one person. It's hard because I like to take like styles from a whole bunch of different boxers and kind of combine them together and make it my own. So
Okay.
that's really like what I like to do.
And like right now, with the boxing scene kind of peeking its head back out, and it's popular again.
Yeah.
And I know this isn't, most people don't agree with me on this, but Floyd Mayweather actually not boxing is a good thing. He was so terrible for the sport because of the way he boxed, and it just made so much money, but you didn't get a fight. So like with you, what is it you can like give people with your whole 12 rounds or your knockout strategy that will make people want to watch your next fight?
I think I'm an exciting fighter. I like throwing a lot of punches, or I like moving around good. I think that I hit hard, so I think I hit some people and they don't really like how power feels.
Okay, well, that's everybody. No, what was it? Everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the mouth. So
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so now like I know there's different types of fighters with different types of styles. Like you got the Mike Tyson knockout artist who, in today's terms, I would even say that kind of reflects on Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
And then you got the more strategic, gonna box you for 12 rounds like the Anthony Joshua's. So between those two, which one do you say you kind of are catered towards? Are you the one that's like, I don't like this guy, we got whatever amount of rounds, so I put him down? Or are you the one that's gonna sit there and tease him and play with him for 12 rounds just to score points and get it done?
I'd probably like to beat on somebody for 12 rounds.
Okay.
But it could depend on who it is, because sometimes, like a lot of times, pro fights especially, you'll have like an interview or something like that, then like, controversy starts between you or something like that, and then you get mad at them.
So like with that, like with the stare down, what's actually in your head is just staring that person down though? Like, do you really want to bite his head off, or is it all for show?
I mean, a lot of the time you probably want to bite his head off, bite his ear off, and Mike Tyson.
Well, that's honestly, if you heard his reason for doing that 25 years later, you kind of get it. Holyfield, and I watched a couple of his fights, he does lead in with his head. So, and Mike kept complaining, so we'll get off that. Now, as far as where you want to go, what's your goal after the Junior Olympics?
Yeah, the Junior Olympics, and then the week after we come back, we actually have Silver Gloves here on Genesee Street, and that's the States, and then there's regionals will probably be in like Utica or something like that, and then the nationals will be in Kansas City. So after that, that's just like a 3-day tournament if you go to the nationals, and then after that, the big deal at the end of the year is the Eastern qualifiers again, which is what you got to win to make Team USA. So that's what I fought at the beginning of the year, and I got second place in it. Okay. And if I win at the end of the year, then I make Team USA. So.
All right. And like as far as Team USA, is anybody on it that you wanna that anybody would know that you want to mention other than you?
Oh well, obviously, I mean, I got second place.
Yeah.
So Troy Nash is first place right now. He beat me in the Eastern qualifiers at the beginning of the year. There's really nobody else. Like a lot of people, a lot of good boxers made it onto the team. So.
And Jason, you want to come in here just to ask you some questions for me?
Whoa. What's up, guys?
All right, Jason. Now, when did you know your kid had it?
Oh, jeez.
This was, I'm gonna take this kid and make him a killer.
We used to fool around, when we were kids, and when he was younger, and he punched me in the face, and I was like, you know what? I think that we're done here. It's time to start boxing. So when we actually knew when he was probably had something in him was because he kept moving forward.
Okay.
So here's like this little kid in the ring, sparring for his first time after a few weeks of practice, and against 14-year-old, 13-year-olds, that had some experience, just way bigger kids, and they would touch him, and he just kept moving forward. And there's something that we say in boxing: you can't teach heart.
Yeah.
So that's one of the first things that.
Yeah. So in that being said, because you know a lot of parents too. They're like, I don't want my kid getting there; they're gonna get hurt. You know, what about CTE? Like, is that a concern for you, or you'll know when
It's
to
give
pull
and
them out?
take. Being a coach, we're looking at. It's a trial basis, so my job is to make sure that the kids are safe. Number one.
Yeah.
So safety first. Obviously, they're gonna get hit at
Yeah,
some point.
that's part of the sport.
And some can take it, some can't.
Yeah.
And that's something that isn't done the first day out. Give them some training, bring them in the ring, see what happens. Some of them get touched, some cry, some don't, and some cry and come back. So
Yeah.
it's just give and take.
Well, I'll tell y'all a story. When I went for, it's not Little League football, but I actually did for the 10th Ward Tigers. I went to the first session, I got hit, I picked up my stuff and walked home. And actually, I think if my dad would have been more in my life, he would have told me to get my ass back there. I actually regret that now, because I never went back.
Yeah.
So honestly, like to have you as his coach first, and then to see him now, turn into. I'm terrified of you. I'm gonna be honest. Like I was standing over here, give me my 4 feet, but I heard him say like he wants to be that guy for Rochester. Like Charles Murray's his influence. Charles Murray being probably.
We've got some good influences here.
Yeah.
We had Willie Monroe Jr.
Yeah.
TJ Nolan take him to number 2 United States, and he just fought. I think did he just fight not too long ago? We had something coming up. But there's a lot of good fighters here. We got a lot of new upcoming pros. Nasheem Williams 1-0. Who else just had a fight? Norberto Lopez.
Sadiq Muhammad.
1-0.
I don't know if he's still boxing.
So Sadiq, I don't know if he is.
I know he kind of was personal trainer last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got a lot of good talent coming out of here right now. And a lot of young amateurs too. Him included. We got Finest Cummings, he's 13 years old. He's ranked number 1 in the United States. Dustin's ranked number 2 in the United States. He's
I know
second
Dustin.
team USA, so obviously know him.
Yeah.
Who else do we have? We have a whole bunch of little guys. COVID kind of switched things up.
COVID did everything for
So a
everybody.
lot of the guys that we were working with, we've all kind of found new homes, but we're all tight. It's a close community.
Okay.
So
Well, tell everybody what's going on.
Junior Olympics, starting, we leave Tuesday to Lubbock, Texas. We're starting the competition on Monday the 12th. The draw is going to be on the 11th. You can follow it live on usaboxing.org. And that's free. It's going to be televised. Normally on Facebook, Dustin's got a page, Dustin El Gallo Jimenez. We post all the fights. As far as what bout number, what corner we're in, what ring, there's going to be 4 rings there. Week after that, we're fighting here in Rochester, New York, round 1 for Silver Gloves to compete for that national title. And then next big one is the Eastern qualifiers at the end of the year, so that's the one we want to get back, and then they're going to run back Silver Gloves again. So stay tuned for that, and we'll be announcing all that coming up. Yeah.
And
So,
El Gallo,
the man right here.
say it. Tell the people let your opponent know what's going on. Tell them what you're gonna do to them.
I don't know if I'm fighting yet. No, but
Or whoever it is, tell them,
definitely
warn
going to
them.
Junior Olympics. We're gonna be ready. We've been working real hard for the last couple months. So won the Sugar Bird and got second place in the last tournament. So I'm feeling good off of those wins. And yeah, just all around really ready for Junior Olympics. Ready to take the gold home.
All right. Fox Sports 1280, iHeartRadio, What's Going On, The Experience, Main Radio,
Rick Tony.
Rick Tony, Jason.
Good to see you.
All right. El Gallo, you're my new favorite boxer. Just know that. Salute, and we'll see y'all.